Hello and welcome to Debonair Training series of short videos for programmers, for developers. We've just finished the one for CSS. Now we're going to go on to JavaScript. So let's begin. Um, right, so JavaScript is a scripting language. It's for creating dynamic web page content. It creates elements for improving site visitors, interaction with web pages such as drop-down menus, animated graphics, and dynamic background colors. Now, these are just examples. I'm going to go through our online module, the Debonair Training online module. I won't be reading it word for word. I'll just be scanning through it, showing you, demonstrating how to use your own computer to run the programs. Already, everything is written out for you in the online program, but um, from my students, some of them have requested that I actually do a video demonstration. It will actually speed up their learning, so I am indulging them in doing just this. So we're going to have it in three sections, part one, two, and three. Each part will have about five different modules of JavaScript in it. It will become clear to you very soon. Um, and then some of them will contain assignments, but essentially we're just going to practicing the course module as we go along. So let's start. Um, so yes, we're essentially going to start working on the code we have used for HTML and CSS, and then interact with the page and build on top of the code. So if you haven't already got it open, click on um, this module so you can take you to the course exactly. Now, this is a video, so you won't be able to click on it, but essentially you will see the page you go to once it clicks on it. So you can take it from there. Okay, so this is the JavaScript basic lesson. Um, you have to sign in. So that's why if you click on it directly without being a student already registered, you wouldn't be able to log into the page exactly. However, so once you logged in, registered and logged in, it should take you to this very page, introduction of JavaScript, right? So, like I mentioned earlier, quite explanatory. The whole point of this is not for me to read it out for you, but for you to go and read it yourself, study in detail. However, I'm going to demonstrate it, the programming section of it, and then highlight some modules, some parts of it, which I feel needs highlighting. Now, what we're going to cover, as I was mentioning earlier, is the first five are going to be what we'll go through in the first part. The second part will be from 6 to 10, which is as shown here, and then the last part will be from regular expressions to the cookies and alert boxes. By then, you should have good enough knowledge to actually program in JavaScript. It's going to be a short module, but it will give you all the right pointers where you can learn so much, you become a JavaScript programmer. And now this is vanilla JavaScript, which is highly sought after. And by the way, I should say right from the get-go, JavaScript is most sought after programming language to learn, to know, to know about from hirers of developers. Okay, so I believe you should know about the versions. Every year there's an increment version of ES. ES is the body. ECMA scripts. That ES stands for ECMA scripts. So the abbreviation of an abbreviation. It is mentioned here. And right now we are having versions for every year. So the current version, the latest version is ECMA, or rather ECES 2024 it will be. The earliest versions were ES4, well, actually started from ES1 or somewhere. But ES4, after ES5, that's where vanilla JavaScript stopped. Um, and then we started this system of naming it. So you got ES6, ES7, ES8, incrementally like that. And what that means is there are different versions of JavaScript. For example, ES7 and ES8, that's what we're now talking of. That's what we're now talking of JavaScript such as Node and React. There are types of JavaScript, but they're different from vanilla JavaScript, but all the same, they're still JavaScript. So we will cover that in a later module, not in this particular one, but it is fair enough for you to know that ES6, ES7, ES5 is vanilla JavaScript. ES6, ES7, ES8 is where you now go to higher versions of JavaScript that has some inclusions that vanilla JavaScript doesn't use. This module fleshes out some of them for you to understand. Okay, now as you study JavaScript, one of the first things you get to know and should know about are data types. And the data types in JavaScript are listed here. There are 8 of them: string data type, number data type, boolean data type, big integer data type, null data type, undefined, symbol, and object data types. Um, what exactly are these? How do these data types differ from one another? Everything is written in here to be precise. Um, but they are important for you to know. You must know about them because it's your representation of data in your programming. So, what makes JavaScript great? Why is it the most popular programming language? For its simplicity, for its speed, for its versatility, its popularity, its server load, and its updatability. Okay, one of the first things you need to know is JavaScript can be written internally or externally. When internally written, it means you put it within script tags. Now, this is a script tag, opening script tag, and this is the closing script tag. And this here is the JavaScript that's written inside of the script tags. So that's internal. It could be written externally, which means, or rather, it could be written externally, which means you can now write your JavaScript. Well, in other words, this very code here that's highlighted, and in another file, save it as um, a JavaScript file with a .js as written here, and actually put it inside the code like this. Put in the head of the tag. In other words, what's in here, head to here. This is the head. So instead of what's here, you now put what is in here. When you now put script source, opening tag, script.js, and like that inside of here, so it shows like this. It means it is now exactly like it's written here. It is now exactly an external JavaScript file. Now it could be inline as well. When it's inline, um, which I'll show you all of these later on as we go along. So what we're going to do now is write some code. And to write this code, we're going to use, as indicated here, recommended tool is bracket.io. So you could just download it by going to https colon or just put brackets.io. Just put brackets.io in Google, and it should come up exactly where you should download it. Download it to your computer, install it, and then once it's installed, open it, run the program, and it should come up with something like this, which I'm gonna